Welcome to Dear Memaw podcast. We're so happy to have you here. I am
Yay.
Memaw, and this is...
Morgan, Memaw's oldest daughter.
Yeah, so we do this podcast together so that you can get a little bit of different generational ideas and thoughts. And why we do this is because I have a TikTok that has almost 700,000 followers, and I do talks there. So if you're available to be on TikTok, go follow us there.
Yes.
But what happens is people write to me with their personal questions because I do the speeches about life. So I can't read them all, so we decided to put together Dear Memaw, as
Yeah.
in a letter. You're writing a letter to Dear Memaw so that
Yes.
Morgan and I can talk about it on our podcast.
Yes.
You know?
And I
So,
think it's so fun, Memaw, because you're not the only person with that problem. So
exactly.
it's nice when you
Exactly.
guys write in, you're definitely helping more than just you.
Right. So, when you write in, you can tell me everything you want to tell me. And you can even say at the end, don't use a letter. If it helped you to write that letter to me, then heck
Right.
yeah, write that letter to me.
Right.
But we will change your name. So you don't have to worry about that. And the only people that see these letters are Morgan and myself. Okay.
Yes.
So somebody corrected my English on that the other day, Morgan. I don't know if you saw
I did.
that.
It was what did they say? It was supposed to be
What did I
Morgan.
say? Me and Morgan?
I don't know, something like
Morgan
that.
and I will be the only ones that
It was on our ick post, so maybe that was their ick, clearly.
maybe they were icking us. If
Right.
you haven't watched our ick post, it's the podcast right before this. Maybe
Yes.
that's my ick,
I
trying
think
to... Do you know that I minored in English in my undergrad? So I'm
I
not
didn't know that.
sure.
No.
Yeah, that they were really bothered by that. Kind of
I'm not
funny.
sticking
Anyway,
by things like that, but like there, and there. Like, come on, bro. We should know how to use
yeah.
there, and there.
I was more because I had said Morgan and me, and she said to say, your English is
Me
wrong.
and
It's
Morgan
Morgan
or
and...
something like that.
Morgan
Yeah.
and I, because
It,
you have to say if Morgan's not there, it's I don't know.
listen,
Who cares?
I taught ELA for the longest, and my kids would be like, "But why?" And I'm like, "I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Like, I
These
don't
rules were in
know."
existence before we
Right.
started. So
Right.
anyway, write your letters to dearmemawpodcast@gmail.com, and we will
And we aren't the grammar
probably...
police. You don't have to
Yeah,
use
we're not the grammar police. Morgan said that. Morgan said that. Not Morgan and I or Morgan and me.
Just Morgan. Morgan by herself.
If you guys saw some of the comments we get.
That's
We
crazy.
were in a group chat this morning that we didn't sign up for
No.
that took
No.
us about 5 to 8 minutes to get out of, and it was
I'm
getting
like,
quite
maybe I'll
interesting.
make it stop. Make
Yeah.
it stop.
Morgan lives in Florida and I live in California,
Sheesh.
so she helps me with everything because it's a lot to do by myself.
Right.
And so we were both talking, how do we get out of this group chat? Because it was
Right.
getting kind of not nice.
Weird. It was getting
Yeah,
weird.
Weird is a good name. So you guys, we go through a lot. Anyway,
Yes.
so we're gonna get going. Finally, you guys are probably out there going, quit talking.
Yapping.
So if you're listening to this on Amazon podcast, what are they, Morgan? Amazon,
Spotify.
what? Spotify, and Apple. I remember Apple because Apple phones and stuff like that.
Yes.
But if you're
I
just
didn't know
listening to
Amazon had
us,
podcasts. Just so
yeah,
you know.
on Amazon Music on your TV, you just put it in there and you go find podcasts on Amazon
That
Music.
is so cool.
And if you have Alexa, you could say, Alexa, play Dear Memaw.
Yes.
Is that not cool? I
No,
gotta buy an Alexa.
Siri, call Mama, and she goes. Siri goes, calling Mama, and I'm like, it's not Mama. You told her that. So annoying.
Watch them call some person you hate.
Sometimes I call my mother-in-law, calling Mama-in-law, and I'm like, no, I want to call my real Mama, my actual Mama that birthed me.
That birthed me.
Crazy.
Anyway, we could go on and on like this. That's why Morgan and I are doing this podcast together, because we don't stop talking.
Yes,
like
literally.
I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I just want to tell you guys, besides everything I've already said, if you are just listening to us, you really should watch us at on
YouTube, Memaw.
YouTube, because we're quite funny.
No, we are.
Right?
Really, though.
Me, Morgan, and I, or Morgan and me. One of the two of us, we're quite funny.
The both
me,
of us
myself, and Irene, or whatever. Remember that movie?
I don't know if I saw it, but I remember the movie.
Yeah. So, watch us. and I
Yeah,
have other
that's
talks on
fun.
there too. So if you're just listening to us, you're missing out, dude. You're missing out. So if you've
Dude,
ever, dude, I'm in
dude,
California. I can call you dude. Um,
bro.
my kids call me dude. If you've ever felt like everyone else got a rule book that you missed,
Oh,
welcome to the club.
right,
They don't
right.
give us a rule book on
We're
parenthood, on life, on jobs. So
we're
this isn't
intimidating
advice.
wolf.
This isn't advice. It's just a conversation. You're not late. I am not a therapist. I am not a psychiatrist. I'm a Mima who had
Yeah,
a really tough life. And so I want to help you get through the stuff that I had to go through and did not have any help. That's why I'm here. So let's get this going. We're going to read our letter for today and let's start
alright,
talking about it.
here we go. Dear Mima, I'm not really sure how to explain this, and I don't even know if it makes sense, but I just don't feel happy lately. Nothing is wrong exactly. I wake up, go to work, come home, eat dinner, go to bed, and then do it all over again and over again. Every day feels the same, and I think that's part of it. It's not bad, it's just flat. Like I'm on autopilot.
Yeah.
I keep telling myself I should be grateful because my life is fine. I'm fine, but I don't feel excited about much anymore. And that makes me feel guilty, which then makes everything worse. I don't know if this is just how life is once you get older, or if I'm supposed to want more, or if I'm just tired of overthinking everything. I don't want to blow my life up. I don't even know what I'd change. I just know I don't want to feel like this forever. I guess I just want to know if other people feel this way too, or if this means I need to pay attention to something I've been ignoring. Sorry, this is all over the place. Sarah M.
First off, you are definitely not alone.
No.
Everybody, I'll bet you everybody in the sound of my voice has felt this at some point in their life.
Right.
They may not be feeling it now, but they're going, "Yup, been
I
there."
think especially like even amplified, like if you grew up in like chaos, when
Right.
things are like calm, it's like something feels wrong. Like I
See,
need something to be crazy for to feel normal.
Morgan has been listening to my talks, and she lived it, because that's what I say all the time. When we're, in a regular life and there's no chaos after having
Yeah.
chaos, uh,
It
it's
feels
almost like
uncomfortable.
yeah, normal feels
Right.
uncomfortable,
Right.
and I think that that's what she's going through, and maybe she went through chaos when she was
Right?
younger. We don't
We
really
don't know.
know, but,
Right.
um, it goes back to the things people always talk about. "I didn't know adulthood was gonna be like this,"
Right,
the
like,
little
I
jokes you
always
see in the
I tell Mima all the time, "I did not sign up for this. I don't know
yeah.
how this happened, but I did not sign up for it.
Yeah.
I would like to opt
Yeah.
out of the next subscription, please."
Yeah, being stable, she tells us how her life is stable, but
Right.
she's realizing that stability doesn't automatically mean fulfillment.
Happiness. Right, happiness, right.
Yeah, but we don't wanna feel bad because we have what we prayed for and what we wanted
Right,
and what
and I
we've been
understand
looking
that
for.
guilt of, like, "Okay, this is what I've always wanted and I have it, but it's not enough."
Yeah, and
Right.
Morgan, we need to do a podcast sometime just about guilt. Guilt,
Yeah,
I've told my kids, is the worst emotion there is.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, guilt is
Yep.
tough. Guilt will eat you up and spit you
Yeah,
out. Um,
yeah,
and she doesn't want guilt, and she just wants to go, "Why is my life not feel fulfilling?"
right.
Um, and it seems like boredom. Boredom has snuck into
Yeah.
her life, her work, her home, her job, everything.
Yeah, it
Uh,
seems like it's very routine, maybe, like, she's not feeling challenged or not feeling.
right.
Yeah, I don't know. She needs something new.
So, Joey is just, like, not showing up for her anymore.
Right.
By the
Right?
way, Joey is my favorite word. It's been my favorite word for decades now. I have little signs in my house that say Joey.
That's so
So,
funny.
if you ever see the word
Isn't
Joey,
that her
think of
name?
Mima.
Isn't that her name in that movie? Her name is Joy, right?
On what movie?
In the Emotions movie. What is it called? My kids
Oh,
love
is
that
it? I haven't seen the Emotions
I
movie.
think it is. I think the happy one
Oh,
is
yeah, her name's
Joy.
probably is Joy. You
Yeah,
can
I
let
think
us
it's
know in the
Joy.
comments
Yeah. I
because
cannot think of the name of that movie.
yeah,
Inside Out. Inside Out.
Inside Out,
Yes,
yeah.
I think it's Joy.
Um I think when you're younger and you don't have the responsibilities you have as you get older and have a family and have to have a job and pay for your own bills, I think that it is automatic joy just because it's easy. Life's easy. Especially when you get out of your parents' house, it's like, Oh, yeah, we have
Like
freedom, we can
freedom.
go yeah,
Right.
go do what
Right.
we wanna do when we wanna do it, we can keep our room
Right.
messy, we can keep our room clean, we can do whatever we wanna
Right. We
do.
can eat when we want, what we want. Right.
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 Exactly, exactly. So, I think when you go from that stage to, "Oh my god," or "I have a baby," or "I have a puppy," or "I have a house note," or
Yeah.
man,
You know
that's a
what
lot.
too, Mima, is I think that social media brings a lot of false reality of what joy looks like.
Yeah,
And so I think sometimes we see people we graduated high school with or people we grew up with in different stages of their life at the same age as us, and we feel like, why are we not there yet? And there's
yeah.
something wrong with me because I'm not there yet. And that's not the case because obviously everybody blooms at their
Well,
own rate.
just a side note about social media. People put on their best face, and
Right.
I've told
It's
Morgan
a
this a million
highlight
times.
reel. It's a highlight
Yeah,
reel of the best moments.
right, and what you see with me is the real thing. I am in my sweats, my
Right.
hair is usually crazy, no makeup, because this is me, and I want you guys to see that this comes from my heart. But a
Right.
lot of these people, have to do their makeup. I'm so glad I don't have to do that before I go on or
So
anything. So what you're seeing is not real.
right.
It's not real. So
And
don't
you
judge
are where
yourself.
you are supposed to be. Like, your
Exactly.
time is your time. My favorite quote is, "What's for
Yeah.
you is it's already yours." Like, there's
Yeah.
nothing you need to do to get what's yours in life. It's already
Well,
there.
and it kinda goes with what I say all the time, Morgan. I always say, "Well, what's supposed to happen will happen."
Right. Right. What's
And you
meant to
still
be.
gotta work for it. You still can't sit back,
Right.
but it will
But even
happen.
when
And
things don't work out, that's Mima always tells me, like, if I get irritated or something, if plans don't go the way, but she always tells me it's saving you from something. So if
yeah.
something doesn't work out that you really wanted, that just means you're being saved from something and there's something out there that's better for you to replace
And
that.
just in that regard, and I know we're a little off topic, but doors close so that
Right.
other doors can open, and so
Right.
you can't always be so upset that some door
Right.
closed, because I
Right.
can tell you that a much better one is opening, and the universe, God, Mother Nature is going, "We have to do this for you to do this," to
Right.
nudge you, because 'cause you're
Right.
stuck. Like I always do these talks, "You're stuck, let's
Right.
just go out there."
Right.
So, we need to know what brings joy. What brings joy? What do you
Right.
think, Morgan?
What brings like somebody
Joy.
joy?
What brings joy, Tim Morgan? What brings you joy?
Oh my gosh. Where to start? Well, my kids obviously bring me joy. My husband brings me joy, but like food, working out brings me
Right?
joy. Completing like tasks makes me feel like fulfilled when I accomplish something is
Right.
very full of joy.
Right.
But it's not just there, you know? Like sometimes we have to not find joy, but like we can't just expect it to come to us, you know? You kind of have to
Exactly. That's exactly the
create
point
your
I was
happiness.
getting at.
Right.
You have to again, even though what's meant for you will happen to you, you can't sit back
Right.
and wait for it.
And
Then it's
sulk.
not gonna be
Right.
handed to you.
Right.
So
No pity
just as
parties, no woe is me.
exactly.
Life is life.
Exactly. So it's the same thing with joy. We have to go get it.
Right.
You have to be happy about things, and we all have things that make us happy. Like Morgan mentioned the things she did. I like to read. It gives me joy. I
Right.
just got this puzzle board so I can do puzzles on it and keep them in place because I have cats and don't want them to jump all over it.
Right.
Cooking, walking,
I
reading,
think too,
learning.
Mima, I think that just as society as a whole, we have turned joy into being like this huge thing with fireworks and all this thing, but
Right.
there's so much joy in like little things in life. Like
Yeah.
you have a bed to
Small,
sleep in. You have
ordinary things.
clothes, you have
Yeah.
shoes, your favorite pair of shoes that bring you
Right.
joy. Like it doesn't have to be this huge, oh, my bank account needs $5 million for me to be
Yeah.
happy. No, like little
No,
things. It's
you're,
little things.
yeah.
Literally
And
last night, little things. I took all the pomegranates. I don't know if you guys eat pomegranates. There's like a million little things inside of them. And I sat and I
yeah.
took them all out for my husband so he could eat them because he loves pomegranates. And
You can buy them
I
in
enjoy.
a cup that are already out. I buy them all the time. I have some
Yes,
in my fridge right
so
now.
sometimes we used to see them at Sam's, but so I peeled them, I got it all out, and it's the little things just that didn't take a
Yeah.
lot, but it made him happy when he got home to see that he had these pomegranates and he could just eat them. It's the little things.
Let me tell you a story about pomegranates. I grew up on a farm, and we had some relatives that lived in Idaho. I grew up
Mhm.
here in California on a farm. And so we gave them a whole bunch of pomegranates when they came to visit us for the summer. And
Mhm.
they got back home and we didn't really hear any more about them about how they liked the pomegranates. And then
They
finally
didn't
we
eat them
called
right. What
they
happened?
thought you they thought you had to munch on them and spit that seed out that's in it.
Oh
And
my
so they said it took too long to eat, so it wasn't enjoyable.
well, yeah, if you guys are not eating it right. It does take too long.
See, back in those days, they didn't have Google where you could just look up, "Do I eat the seeds of a pomegranate?" You
Right,
know?
right.
So they
Everything
didn't
is
know.
at the
And you
touch of your
spit all the
hands.
seeds out. Yeah, so they didn't care for pomegranates too
Ugh.
much.
No,
Yeah, I
and
don't
it's
think
like
it was
you have to find there's a way, but, like, once you start opening it, they start popping off really easy, but when I
yeah,
tell you the things were popping all over my kitchen when I first started, but
yeah,
pomegranate
that's crazy.
pomegranates.
So hobbies. You gotta find some hobbies. You gotta find something
Something
that
to
makes you
do, right,
happy. And it could be anything,
right,
gardening, walking, like we said, all those things we mentioned.
right,
And then you gotta find out if there's something else in your environment that's making you not happy.
right,
And
holding you back,
there
right,
could be a job. If you hate your job, I'm
right.
telling you that's gonna spill over into your personal life.
Noodle.
It is just going to, because you come home cranky, you're mad.
Well,
I don't have a real
and
job,
think
I have
about
my
how
own
many
job, so
hours you have to spend at work. Like, you spend a
more.
lot of your life at work, so
Yeah,
to be miserable at work every day is like
exactly.
yeah, maybe finding a job is not the funnest thing, but is it fun to be miserable at work every day? No.
Exactly,
So
exactly, and people get stuck, and,
right,
it could even be, do you stay at home every night? Maybe
right.
go out, if it's the library, if it's a coffee shop, if
Right.
it's a quaint
Really,
little
though, little
restaurant.
things are fulfilling like that. Like, when we have girls' time, like, I have a group of girls that I hang out with. When we have girls' time, I feel so, like, after, like,
Right,
you took a breath of air, like, I just feel
right,
filled, like, my cup is filled. I don't know how else to
right.
describe it.
So,
You
see,
have to
with
find
me, I'm
something that
older,
makes you
I like
feel
to stay
exhausted.
at home, I like to
Yes.
stay at home, but I'm telling you, getting out of the house will make a difference for you.
Take a
Even if
walk,
it's just
something
walking.
sunshine is so good for you,
Yeah,
yes.
it's so good for you. So
So good.
you need to examine those couple of things too, Sarah. You just need to look at those things.
And I think too, meanwhile, you know what's hard when you're an adult? Like, when you're younger and you play sports and you have all these things that keep you busy that are your hobbies, you kinda have to
Right.
find new hobbies when you're adult. So you might have to try new
Exactly.
things. Go
When you're in
paint,
high school,
go
you're
run, go
exactly
ride a
right.
bike. Right,
Right.
something 'cause
And just like Morgan coaches her daughter, my granddaughter's soccer team. Do
right,
stuff like that. Even if you don't have a kid on the team, you can still coach teams and
right. Oh,
people.
yeah, no, there's coaches out there that don't have kids on the team, and they
Yeah.
just enjoy the sport and they
Right.
enjoy being
Right.
out there. Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, I think why people don't try new things, why adults don't try new things. I think because they feel awkward. They
Well,
feel
it's
awkward trying
uncomfortable,
something
and
new.
I think that I know for me personally speaking on myself is like I'm like a perfectionist. So if I can't do it right, like it's not fun to learn
Yeah.
something sometimes. Like I don't want
To
to learn it.
but
I
we
just want to
have
be
to.
good at it.
We have to step
Right.
out of our comfort zone. We're gonna do
Right.
it. We have to step out of our comfort zone. And like in the city I live in, I just got it yesterday. They send out little booklets that tell little local classes. A lot of
Mhm.
them are kids soccer leagues and
Right.
stuff like that. But they
Right.
also have stuff like a sewing class, or I don't know if I'm saying it right. So correct me in the comments if I'm saying it wrong. Mahjong. I want to do
Mhm.
that, or those Tai Chi classes and stuff
It's
like
so
that. I'm
funny. My
going.
daughter, she just asked, she wants to do like pottery. She wants to take a pottery
Yeah.
class. And it's so funny because they don't have them as young. She's only 7. So they don't have them that young. But I'm trying to
Right.
find, I'm going to start calling people like, can you take her? Because
Well,
she's
see,
super interested in it.
where I live, there's a pottery studio,
Oh,
and they
I
have
love
Mommy
that.
and Me or whatever classes for little
Yeah, she would
kids.
love that.
Find something, and if you don't like the first thing you tried, oh,
That's
well,
okay.
go to
Right,
something else, that's
right,
okay. The hobbies don't have to be permanent.
right?
We can try it and say, "Oh,
Nothing is
I don't like
permanent. You
it."
can change your mind every day. Listen,
Yeah, every day.
every
So
day.
do not
Nothing is
fear
permanent.
wasting time, money, or energy because
Mm-mm.
you're trying to pursue what will make you happy,
And
okay?
every time something doesn't work out, you're getting one step closer to it
Right.
working.
Exactly.
So,
And
part of the
you're
process.
not your life isn't broken. To
Mhm.
our writer, Sarah, your life
Yeah,
isn't broken. I think you're understimulated.
yeah.
So,
I think sometimes we gotta add some razzle dazzles,
yeah. And
something
if
that
you feel yeah, exactly, Morgan. If you feel bored, it's a sign of not being challenged or engaged, and your routine is draining you. And
right,
you think, why would I add one more thing? I'm already tired. That's exactly why you have to add one more thing.
right,
Exactly, you
right.
know? And so the questions aren't what's wrong with me.
No, and I think too, Mima, give yourself something to look forward to in the day.
Right.
You know, like maybe schedule something after work. I'm gonna get drinks. I don't know, drinks at Chili's
Yeah.
after work. And that's something that you can look forward to then as you're going through the day. Or
Yeah.
maybe you're doing a Pilates class and you're looking forward to
Exactly.
your Pilates class at the end of the day. Something that gets you motivated to get through the
Yeah.
day and get to that
Or a
point.
book club and then go buy the
Right.
book and read it,
Something.
and then you go to a book club,
Right.
you just figure you need to figure out what you need to adjust. It's not your fault.
Carve out
Everybody
time.
is feeling this. Yeah,
Yes.
everybody's feeling
Yes.
this. Um, and just do it without me. It's not a big deal. We're just doing this. We're just doing this.
Right.
Testing things, not committing
Something.
to them.
Right.
Um, and if you don't like something, let yourself quit it without feeling guilt.
Right.
Because you tried it and you go, okay, that one's not
I
for me.
tried it.
Let me find something
Right.
else.
Right.
Because
I
you might
tried
go
it.
out
It was
there
not for
and
me.
can you imagine if I tried Pilates and I just fell on my butt and I go, I don't
Right.
like Pilates. Well, would I give up on everything then? Well, I'm
No.
not even going to
Ooh.
go to a book club because I can't do Pilates. I mean,
Right.
that's
Oh, you're
silly.
stuck at everything.
Yeah.
I'm the worst
um,
at everything. No.
but let me tell you this, and I told you at the beginning of this that joy was my favorite word. So you need to treat joy like something you need to experiment with.
Right.
Experiment with your joy. See where your joy should go. See what gives you that joy. And I'm telling you, it will make your life feel like you are living it. You know,
Right. Right.
and you're
It's
gonna
almost
build.
like that, like, butterfly feeling in your stomach.
Yeah,
Like, someone you enjoy something, like, it I don't know, it brings
exactly,
you the feels.
exactly, exactly. And you need to put your joy. Let me say this: you need to put your joy in your regular life, not just the weekends, not just the evenings, not just
Right. Or not just
vacations,
on your
not just anything
birthday
like
or
that.
one time a
Right,
year.
right,
Right.
right.
What is
So
I'm trying
just
to think, there was, like, a phrase, like I don't know, but you have to have something in your life. They used a word for it though. You have to
yeah,
romanticize like things in your life. I follow these people on the social
right,
media and they
right.
do things like, "Oh, I got this I don't know, charger for my phone that lights up, but every time I see it, it makes me happy. So I got it for my car
Yeah,
because now
exactly,
when I charge my phone in the car, it
exactly.
brings me happiness." So it's little things like
Right,
that. She stained
I
glass and so
agree.
her sister put like stained glass on her roof of her car and so now every time the sun shines through, it brings her joy. It doesn't have to
Happy,
be
yeah.
these huge elaborate things, little
And you
things.
know what, Morgan? Even I'll have to say from a personal point of view, I got 2 cats from the shelter, about in March or April, and they bring me joy. Yeah,
Right.
it gives me something to do because I need to care for them, and I don't have children at
Responsibility.
home anymore.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so me caring for them, feeding them, petting them, make them feel loved and safe, that brings you joy too. It can be that. You need to accept that boredom does happen, but it does not have to stay.
Right.
Simple. Boredom can happen, but it doesn't have to stay. And you what it so what you need to do is choose to participate in your own life again. That's what
Yes.
we need to do. That's what
Yes.
you need to do. And
Yeah.
I am so glad that you wrote into us because I can tell you that everybody I've ever known has felt the same way that you're feeling, the same exact way.
You're not alone. At some point, I feel like we go through phases and it's like,
Right.
okay, I make some changes and then you get used to it. And it's just like, okay, but now this is kind
Right.
of blase and I need to change it up. So
Yeah.
yes, not alone.
Exactly. So that's all we're saying. And just if you could do those things we talked about, I know you will be more happy with your life. Okay. Find something that fits you. That's
Yeah.
all we're saying. Find something that fits you. So if
Yeah.
you would like to be having your story told on a podcast, please go ahead and get a hold of us at Dear Mima Podcast at gmail.com. Write to us. Uh, follow us on
Yeah.
social
Find
media.
us. Find us
Yeah.
somewhere.
And tell somebody else who needs a Mima about it. Because if you need us, I can guarantee you know 5 people that need us. And that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do. We're trying to spread the word
Reach as many
and
hearts as we can. Yes.
right. With many, many people as we can. So we just wanted to let you
Yes.
know we love you and we appreciate you and we appreciate you letting us be part of your life. So we are gonna head out now and here we go, Morgan.
Yes. All right. Mima out. Morgan out. You should quit. Mine says we're still recording. Yours says we're still recording? Mine's still counting. Oh, mine says 80% uploaded. Mine's like 159, one's 2 minutes. That's so weird.